Guys, hey, tonight we're going to chat about how essential oils can support your health. So grab an oil if you've got one. I've got some lemon. I'm going to do just a little scent tent, which is just inhaling the oils directly. Essential oils are really cool because they work with obviously scent, but the power of scent goes straight into your brain, into your limbic system, and it can affect your mood, your memory, your emotions. So I'm going to start with a little bit of lemon. So this is one of the easiest ways to get oils into your body is just to inhale them like this. There are basically 3 ways to use oils. You can inhale them like I just did. You can use a diffuser, which is, I think, what most people think of when they think of essential oils, is that you can just diffuse them. You can also apply them topically. A good rule of thumb that I like to go by is if it's something to do with like sleep or emotions or stress, breathing it in is really powerful because, like I said, it goes straight into the brain, into that limbic system, and can work on those areas like emotions and mood and memory. And if it's something physical, like my back was sore earlier, I've been cleaning all day, I was putting oils on my back. So oils are really intuitive when we just kind of stop overthinking, basically, right? Like if your knee's sore, put an oil on your knee. If your back is sore, put an oil on your back. If you just want to kind of get an overall sense of like calm and support your emotions, it's really easy to just inhale the oils like I did. And the third way to use oils is through ingestion. We have oils that are labeled white. They're white labels. They're either labeled Plus in Canada or Vitality in the States. They're actually the exact same oil. So the bottle of lemon is the exact same, whether it says Plus or whether it just is a regular one. It is just labeled per like regulations. So the cool thing is that Young Living is, I believe, almost 29 years old, 29-year-old company. And what's really powerful about our oils is there's nothing else in the bottle. And if you're like, well, yeah, duh, like why else would you have something in it? Most oils are bought on bulk, like commodity, right? So if you think of farming or like grains, or most kind of commodities are bought in bulk. And that's great for a lot of things, but it's not so great for essential oils when it's really important where the plant is coming from. So we want to make sure that it has good soil, that there's nothing being grown on it for years. There's no like weeds, harmful pesticides, chemicals, synthetics. We want to make sure that it is grown properly, harvested properly, packaged, shipped, distilled, tested properly so that we're actually getting all the benefits of the lemon and it doesn't just smell like lemon. And then shipped to us. And we want to make sure that that's, I mean, to me, it's important to have a sustainable practice that's good for the environment, that's good for other people. So it is important where you get your essential oils. You can most definitely get, let's say, like lemon essential oil from the grocery store, but the quality just won't be the same. So you might smell the difference. That might be your first key. And then how it works with your body. You might notice that it might not work the same, or you're like, what's the big fuss with oils? That was me. So I've used Young Living oils for almost 6 years now. And before I started using them, I actually used another brand. And for me, I was like, these don't really work. Like, I really don't see what the fuss is. It was like a popular company. I tried a few different rollers and I was like, I just don't feel it. And then I tried our Peppermint and I was like, blown away how instant it worked. The smell alone is so different. It works almost instantly. I could feel it relieving my head and neck tension, and I just felt a difference. And I was like, this is why, like, it's so cool. So that is something that we pride ourselves on, is to have a transparent company and a seed to seal process. So like I said, everything from the plant, the harvesting, distilling, weeding, the soil, we want to make sure that there's nothing in it because the oils are going on our body. We're breathing them in or we're ingesting them. So we want to make sure that there's nothing else in there, right? So how can we use oils to support our health? Obviously, a lot of people just think of essential oils and they're like, yeah, diffuser, great, it smells good. But if we're using therapeutic essential oils like Young Living, we want to use them to support our health. Like, yes, they smell amazing and that is powerful. Hi, ladies. But how can we use them to support our health? So most people start with a starter bundle when they start with Young Living, simply because we have over 600 products. So to try kind of decide, you know, oh my goodness, well, what do I want for pain? There's like 20 for pain, or, you know, oh, that sounds really good. That could be uplifting. You can totally overwhelm yourself. And it's not to say that you can't pick and choose. You 100% can, but this is a really good deal. Like, it's the best bang for your buck. You get a diffuser, you get 11 oils, you get a couple other goodies that I'll go over, and it's a good head to toe support. So it's going to give you something for pain, for sleep, for mood support, for your digestion. Like, it gives you a head to toe support. And then you can go from there and be like, ooh, you know, I didn't really love that one for pain. I'm going to try a different one. Or, yep, really love this. Like, I'm going to order it often. So that's why most people choose a starter bundle. So it's going to look like this. It means absolutely nothing to do if you ever want to sell. That is an optional part of Young Living. It's not a requirement. It's just an awesome perk. And it doesn't mean you need to order every month. So you can order a starter bundle whether you're just starting out, or you can replenish your oils. A lot of people do that because it's such a good deal. They'll just buy another kit because they'll replenish all their favorite oils. So let's dig in. So these are honestly like the most used oils. And when I say that, like, I'm not just saying that. I have so many oils and I love oils. Probably the most that I use things for now is emotional support. And I've got like fancy oils and different kits. But if we're leaving home, like if we're traveling, going to the lake, if I know that I'm going to be away from like everything that I could possibly want, these are the oils that I bring because they're going to support me head to toe. Like if something comes up and I'm not at home, or something goes on with my tummy, or, you know, we're having sleep issues, or something happened to our skin, or we get a bug bite, like these are the ones that we have on hand because they're just so versatile. So you get 11 oils in a kit like this, and I'll go over kind of each one of those and how you can use it to support your health. So I'll start with lemon, since that's the one that I tented with at the beginning. Lemon is such a common, just really calming scent, right? If you think of lemon, like everybody knows what a lemon smells like. It's really bright, it's uplifting, it's a huge mood support. So whether you use it topically, like you can put it on the back of your neck, whether you tent with it like I did before, diffusing it, getting it on your body and getting it kind of in your space is going to be so powerful for your mood. So if you're curious at all, you can look up PubMed and search different essential oils. That's a kind of a neat way to see some different peer-reviewed studied articles. So lemon has been studied for its effects on mood. So it's just a super powerful one. I won't go into too many details of that. You guys can look that up, but lemon for mood support. It's also really great for cleaning. So if you've got any like stickers, goo, if your kid writes on the wall, if you've got, I peeled off the other day, there was a sticker on the top of our outdoor table, and it was just that sticky gooey. I literally just put it on and like rub it off and it goes away. So lemon is so great for cleaning support. I've used it for acne spot treatment before, just like dab a little bit kind of wherever. That's it. It's super gentle. It's also an approved natural health product for cough and cold support, which just means that Health Canada has said it has done its testing and said, yes, this works for this. So not all of our essential oils are natural health products, but that's just because not all of them have been tested. So it's a newer kind of thing to get natural health products approved. And Young Living has, I want to say like over 50 approved, which is really cool. So cough and cold support, you could rub it on your chest. It's great for littles because it's very gentle. So with an oil, if you're new to them, less is more, making sure that you're using a little bit, even just like a patch test on your skin, just to see that it's not going to irritate you at all. It doesn't mean like you're allergic to the oil. It just means that your skin is sensitive to it. So some oils get warm, like Panaway, that I'll talk about. I can do that one next. Or some oils get cool, like say Peppermint. It doesn't mean you're having, an allergic reaction or something's wrong. That's just the way that it works, right? Like that's just the way it works. So making sure that you're mindful of where you're putting it on. Like I wouldn't put something hot all over my face. And that if you want to dilute it with something like a coconut oil or an olive oil, that you just do that. It doesn't make the oil work less. It just means that it's able to go into your skin and not cause any irritation. So next up, Panaway. This is a more expensive oil, and it is so awesome that it comes in this kit. Now, when people ask, they're like, well, why are all the oils different prices? Like, I don't get it. Like, XYZ store has them for all the same price. Okay, first of all, think of how easy it is to, say, grow peppermint or lemon. It's common, it can be grown in a bunch of different countries and environments, and it produces a large yield. So, like, not a lot is needed to produce it, right? Whereas frankincense, for example, is only grown in 2 places in the world. It takes something crazy like 150 years for the trees to grow and a long time for it to be able to be harvested. So how would it make sense to charge the same for lemon that is really easy to produce and quick versus frankincense that takes a lot of time and effort, and just love on the plant and how to harvest it and how to distill it. It takes different amounts of time. So that's why our oils are different prices. And I always find that so cool because it truly shows the amount of work that goes into caring for each plant specifically. Like, it's not mass produced, and each plant is grown in the right soil and the right climate, which is just so special. So Panaway has some special oils in it that are a little bit pricier. That's why it is one of the more expensive oils. It has helichrysum, wintergreen, peppermint, and clove. This one you can kind of think of like Panaway. For me, I find this one gets a little bit warming, so I prefer a cooling sensation. I might add a peppermint or just do peppermint instead, but this one is really good for anything like aches and pains, muscles, my sore back today. I like to put it on topically, so I can either just put a drop, rub it on wherever I'm kind of feeling it. I can put a little bit of a carrier oil with it, like coconut oil or something, or what I love to do is go in the bath. So putting a little container of Epsom salts, putting a couple drops in the salt so that it has a chance to go in the water and not separate, right? Oil and water don't mix. And then just soak in that. So I personally wouldn't diffuse Panaway. You can, but it has huge topical support. So this is a really awesome tool to have in our toolbox. Let's do frankincense next. Oh my goodness, I probably can't get them out. I keep rollers on some of my favorites, like frankincense, and it was hard to get out of that little kit. So you can put a roller on any oil. You'll get one in your kit, and basically it just pops on any oil. It doesn't matter whether it's a 5 ml or a 15 ml. All of the starter kit oils are 5. And I put them on my most common used oils so that I can just easily roll them on. So I'm not into DIY very much. I'm a pretty easy, simple person. If I can just pop a roller on and use it, I'm going to do that. So frankincense is one of my favorites, and I actually did not really like it at all when I got my kit 6 years ago. But I love the smell of it now. Like, I almost find it's just so comforting. So frankincense, like I said, only grown in 2 places in the world. So it's a really holy oil. It's got long-standing like tradition and history. It is used for meditation, for prayer, for yoga. You can even use it, like I've been doing tapping lately, which is an energetic practice that is really powerful with frankincense. It's also really great for skin support. So this one I just use straight on my skin, like this you can use, or I'll put a little bit of jojoba oil, and that's what I use every day for my skin. So super easy. It's so gentle, but again, your skin is going to be different than my skin, so making sure that you're testing that first. But it is a beautiful oil. It's really great for like scars and scrapes and cuts, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful oil. Also good for sleep support. And it is one of the more expensive oils as well, so it's so cool that you get it in the kit. Next up is peppermint, which again, I have a roller on because I love it. Peppermint is so like invigorating. It's uplifting. It is one that I carry always with me because it's got a little roller on it. It is great for any kind of like head and neck tension, great for energizing, uplifting. It's also great for any kind of like stomach kind of upset. If you think of peppermint tea and just how it helps soothe the stomach, that's how you can think of peppermint. So I put it on like my temples if I get head and neck tension, back of the neck. For motion sickness, I like to put it behind my ears. If I'm getting kind of an upset stomach at all, I'll put it right on my stomach where I feel that. I know ladies that have used it for like heartburn. And if you are hot, you will literally be cooled off. That was like the aha moment for me when I had tried other oils and then I had tried Young Living, was I I had tried like a head roller before, and I was like, I don't really feel anything. And I tried Young Living Peppermint, and I was like, man, I am like instantly cooled down, instant relief. It is crazy how fast pure therapeutic oils work. Like, it's just wild. So, making sure you're mindful of that, because I've seen some people and they're like, oh, I'm just going to try the peppermint, and they like put it everywhere. And I'm like, you are totally going to freeze your buns off. Like, that's going to cool your entire body down, which is cool. And it's awesome in the summer, but it is, yeah, you might be really cold. Like, you might need a sweater. So it works really well, and it's so, so powerful. So I love this one. I always carry it with me. Always. Another one that I always carry with me, and I have a roller on, is Digestion. It is basically for anything digestion-wise. It smells absolutely awful to me. Like, I hate the smell of it. But I know how much it works. So this is kind of, my friend calls this one, her dad calls it the gateway oil, because it's like, if you have tried oils before and you're like, oh, I don't know, or you've never tried them and you're like, I don't really believe them, try Digestion. Nobody likes to feel upset. Like, they do not like an upset stomach. It just changes everything. Like, it affects your mood. I don't know about you, but I just feel like off. I feel grouchy when my stomach is upset. So Digestion is one I always carry with me. It has the little roller on it, so I don't have to touch it because it's smelly, but it works so good. So you apply it wherever you're feeling kind of upset or indigestion or any kind of stomach problems. And you could also use it before. So oils are amazing in that they work really quickly, and they're not like medication in that like you can't use too much. So use a little bit, see if you need more, and go from there. But if you know, let's say that like, I don't know, spicy food upsets your stomach and you're going to go for spicy Mexican food, well, you can use it before. Like, just apply it a little bit before and then let your body do the rest. If you need to put on more, you can. And I'm not saying you need to like do things that upset your body, but if you're like, I love spicy food, but it does not love me, then you could use Digestion. Next up is Purification. So this is one I, again, did not actually really love when I got my kit, but I started to pair the ones that I didn't love the smell of, but I wanted the benefit of, with something I really loved. So that's just an easy tip, is like pair it with a peppermint, pair it with lemon, something that you enjoy. And now I actually really love this one, but it is meant to like cleanse, purify the air, if you think of purification. So getting rid of unwanted smells. I'll drop a couple drops in the bottom of the garbage can. I know lots of moms that use it in their diaper genie, smelly shoes, hockey equipment, all that kind of stuff. You can put it in the laundry, drop a couple drops on wool dryer balls. Super easy. Another use that I love is if you have mosquito bites or bug bites, any kind of like skin itchiness in the summer, it's super easy to just drop on. So again, it's a really gentle oil, but try this on your skin first. And I literally just like rub it on, and within like minutes the itching's gone, and it just within an hour, like you can't even tell that you got a mosquito bite. It's wild. So this is one you always want to recommend. Let's do copaiba. So copaiba is one that is, I would say, probably not utilized as much as it should. It doesn't have a smell, really, honestly. I think it kind of smells, to me, it smells a little bit like faint black pepper. Like, it's not a strong smell at all. So I feel like people don't use it because they think that like they need something to smell for it to work. And smells are amazing and they're powerful, but even if you can't really smell something, or a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people have like nasal issues and they might not be able to smell the oils the same, the oils are still working, right? They're still therapeutic. They're going to get into your brain, into your limbic system. So they're still powerful. And if they're getting on your body, they're going into your cells, they're working. So copaiba is a great one for inflammation. It's really good for teething. I've seen lots of moms put it like on jawline for baby. They can dilute it. There's different dilutions for kids. You can send me a message if you want some information, but it's really gentle. I used to use this one on my dog. She had lots of joint, hip pain. She had seizures. So it's just a gentle one that I would put a couple drops on my hand and just pet down her fur just to help support her, or like rub it into her little hips. She was really small. So it's a nice one also to add in any kind of like skin regime. So you can make like a little glow serum with it. You might want some frankincense, some copaiba, and lavender, and then you can use a carrier oil and just kind of help it work in. It's also said to like increase the effects of oil, so just help it work a little better. But it's a really powerful one that I think doesn't get utilized enough. You can also put it like with your pain cream. So let's say you made a pain cream with Panaway, copaiba, or you put these in the bath. This would help as well. Next up, let's do lavender because I mentioned that. So I don't know about you guys, but lavender to me, I thought it smelled like old lady perfume, like potpourri. I was like not interested at all. But lavender is actually the most like synthesized or man-made scent in the world. I read that and I was like, that makes sense. Like, it's just so common. Everybody knows what the scent is, but most people know the scent as like that perfumey fake scent, when pure real lavender actually smells really good. I mean, if you don't like the smell of lavender, it doesn't like it, but it smells so different when it's just the pure plant. So again, nothing else in the bottle, just the pure plant, lavender. That's it. You can read the labels. They say 100%. So that's cool, and that is again something that Young Living prides themselves on, is having that 100% pure. So that means you're not going to need a lot. So please don't put like 20 drops in your diffuser. Start out low and put like a couple, see how you feel, because they're so strong. They're going to last you a long time. You're not going to use a lot at once, and they're just going to work so good for your body. So lavender is a great one for sleep support. It's great for relaxation, calming. I've also heard some people use it for coughs, so to just kind of like relax the chest, you can rub it on. You can rub it on the bottoms of your feet, like a foot massage, relaxing before bed. It's good for any kind of like cuts, scrapes, burns. It's kind of the do-it-all oil. If in doubt, like, use lavender. It has so many uses, and you can just use it for absolutely anything. So I like to use it for sleep support. It's also in my hair care mist that I use, which has a couple different oils. Lavender is one of them. It's great for skin. It's just an overall really calming, relaxing oil. And I say that with a caveat because what is calming and relaxing for me might be different for you. So just know that, like, this, again, why people get a kit mostly is because it has that good guide of different things for different, head to toe supports. But if you were like, don't love lavender, probably wouldn't be one I get again for relaxation, then choose a different one next time. But it's cool to have a guide of where to start, because if I told you all of the oils that I like for like stress support and relaxation, you'd have a whole gigantic list. So this is a good way to just kind of start and get a gauge of what you like, what you don't like, what you want to try next. Next up is RC, and this one I keep in my shower. And why I do that is because it is really great for respiratory support. So RC means respiratory congestion. And I love to use it in the shower to kind of create a spa. So I'll either put a couple drops in my hand and tent with it, and just that steam of the shower and the heat, it just kind of helps open things up. And usually I end up coughing because I'm just like opening up my airways with the RC. Or I'll just put a couple drops in the bottom of the shower and just let it again steam up. So it's kind of like a spa. It's got different eucalyptus in it, and it is really great for airway support. If you've got any kind of like allergies, asthma, I know lots of people use it for. So oils are cool as well because they are not in replacement of a medication, but they can be used paired with meds, right? So they're not going to maybe, take the place of an everyday medication you need, but they might take the place of like a intermittent pain med that you use, or you can use them alongside that. So that I love oils are, it's not all or nothing or Western versus traditional medicine. Like, they pair so well with whatever you are doing and whatever you decide to do for your body and whatever works for you and your healthcare team. So I love that we can use it alongside them. This is another one that you'd want to diffuse kind of cough and cold season. It's really great for that. And since we are in spring right now, I will mention lemon, lavender, peppermint. If you have any kind of like seasonal issues, the pollen is out today. I was cleaning and I was like, I have to close this door. Like, I had the screen the door open but the screen. I was like, all of this is going to come in my clean house. There's so much fluff. So if you're dealing with that right now, get your lemon, lavender, peppermint, LLP, and you can use either in the diffuser. You could put a couple drops in your hand, do that tenting, or even just make a roller. So you could put a few drops in there, put a coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba, whatever, and then just roll it either like sides of your nose, chest, wherever you're feeling drawn. Like I said, oils are intuitive. There's not going to be right or wrong. If you feel drawn to put it there, great, put it there. If you're like, I don't really know where to put it, just put it somewhere. It'll work. And then one of the last oils, but definitely not last but not least, almost, there's one more. Thieves oil is probably one of the most popular Young Living oils. It is created after a 15th century France legend, and the legend was that these guys were grave robbing, going around stealing from the dead or the poor and all that, and they weren't getting sick, and they were asked, why aren't you getting sick? And it was because of the blend of plants and herbs that they were carrying around. So Young Living kind of went by that and created this oil blend. So this is one that we use every single day to stay above the wellness line. So how do I use that? How does it support my health? I put it on the balls of my feet. We will diffuse it. I'm honestly more like I have a better time remembering putting it on the bottoms of my feet with my morning and evening routine. So I do that always. And then diffusing, especially during like cough and cold season. It is one that's approved by Health Canada for cough and cold support. So diffusing, roll on the bottoms of your feet. It is a warm, hot oil. So it's got cinnamon and clove in it. So making sure that if you're putting it on your body, like let's say your chest for cough and cold support, that you want to use a carrier oil or at least test it for yourself, right? Test it, see how it is on your skin. If it gets too warm, you're going to want to dilute it. And that's easy. Like I said, it doesn't take away from the value of the oil or how it works. It just makes it a little bit better for your skin. So this is one that everybody needs in their home. We also have an entire Thieves line based on this because it's so powerful for us. So that says a lot. And then last but not least, you get 11 oils in a starter bundle kit, whatever you want to call it. Last one is Northern Lights Black Spruce. So this is one that is, we had people over the other night to chat oils, and like instantly the ladies that hadn't smelled it, they're like, oh, like so good. It smells so good. It is just so relaxing, calming, grounding. If you think of a tree, it's really, tall and confident and strong, and animals go under it to sleep. It's just a really great place of like peace and sanctuary. So black spruce I love for sleep support. It's great for like meditation, yoga, even just like as a perfume. I love to just inhale it and put it on my wrists. It's just a really, really grounding, powerful oil. So that one is grown in Fort Nelson, BC in Canada. Like I said, we have farms around the world, and the cool part is that the plants are grown right in the soil, the climate where nature and God intended, and that's just the really cool part of it. So we've got a farm in BC, in Canada. There's one in like Hawaii, Croatia, Ecuador. There's a million. Oh, I've got this little thing here. France, Oman, US, like they're all over. So that's the cool part, is that the plants are actually grown where they're intended. So they just have the best chance to give us the best oils and what we're using on our body and in our homes. And then last but not least, underneath your little kind of compartment of oils, so it'll look like this. Don't forget to open it up like this. In the bottom, you're going to have your black spruce. You're going to have one roller, like I said, just that you can pop on whichever oil you want. You're going to have a couple little sample bottles if you want to gift them to someone. And then you're going to get a Ningxia red packet and a Thieves hand sanitizer. So these are two that I use every single day. Ningxia is a basically whole body supplement. It's really great for antioxidants, for energy support, mood. I find huge mood support when I drink it. Digestion wise, it's just an overall amazing supplement. So it's made from Ningxia wolfberries or goji berries. It has essential oils in it. It has some citrus oils, which like I mentioned for lemon are really great for mood support. And it's just a powerhouse. Like it's a whole food supplement. They use a whole wolfberry. They grind it up. They put it in there. So you're not losing any of those nutritional values. So every morning I drink 2 ounces. This is a 2-ounce pack, or we have it in bottles. And then I carry them with me. So if I ever kind of am feeling the afternoon slump, I will drink one, and it's a game changer. So I would never go without my Ningxia. And then the last item that you get in your kit is a Thieves hand sanitizer. So it is approved by Health Canada. It's still effective, but it has none of that gunk and junk in there. So it's got Thieves, peppermint, aloe vera, and it's just really soothing, which is something that we don't really think of when we think of hand sanitizers, right? So it's really gentle, it's soft, it's not going to dry your hands out, but it is still going to be effective and work, which I love. So that is the kit of oils. Like I said, it's a basically head to toe support. Most people get that because we have so many products and they just want somewhere to start. So it's called a starter bundle, starter kit, whatever you want to call it. It's just a good place to start when you're looking at what you want to use oils for and how they can help support your health. You also get a diffuser with it, which obviously most people think of diffusing when they think of oils, but there's so many topical uses obviously as well, but this is a great one. I have it set up beside my bedside so that I can diffuse oils while I sleep. They get into my body and my brain, and they just help support me while I'm sleeping. So that's another easy way to get your oils into your body. So this kit is the Canadian version. Every market will have one. It is $199. You get the 11 oils, diffuser, those other goodies that I mentioned, and you get access to our community Facebook group. We've got lots of email support, events, classes, and just helping you learn how to use your oils. Like, I did not know how to use them when I first started 6 years ago. Like, it was not a common thing. I had never explored natural wellness before. So to me, I wanted like all the information, and I needed somebody to help guide me. So we've got a Facebook group for that, and you will get plugged in with email support and some resources and some goodies in the mail. So if that's something that you are ready to get started with, you can either message myself or the person that sent you this class, and there's always a link in my bio to join. See you guys.